they go, what else do you do? And you go, well, when you see those Honda ads, and if you act now, you'll get APR financing. They go, that's you, But
so what you're saying is you would really love to be a $1,000 dealer cash guy.
I would like to, yeah. I do some of that stuff, but I would say, in terms of characters I play, I tend to play kind of like naive, not real smart, really nice, sweet characters, usually yellow if it's Heifer or SpongeBob. And then the other end of the spectrum, I play like these evil guys like the Ice King or Dr. Octopus on Ultimate Spider-Man or Starscream and Transformers animated. Like really, I tend to go either really evil or really super nice. No in between.
Do you have a deep cut Marvel character that you want them to have a reason to put into a cartoon? I'm going straight for the comic nerd.
There actually is. It's a character nobody knows. I grew up in the 70s, and during the trucking craze, like CB radio craze, there was a character called Razorback that was he was like a trucker that was also a superhero.
Was he a character in US1?
He had a superpowered truck. This was before US1.
It was before US1.
But
wow.
Yeah, Razorback.
Okay, you have defeated him.
So if I'm hoping that I want Razorback to be one of the. It's just such a stupid idea. I'm a trucker, bit by a radioactive truck. I gained the proportionate strength of a truck and became Razorback trucker, mate. But I've gotten to be I was a total comic book nerd growing up, like you were saying, and I've gotten to be a lot of those Marvel characters, And again, the wonder of voiceover is that it doesn't matter what you look like. So you're kind of free. I've gotten to do things in voiceover that in the live action world would never happen in a million years. You know what I mean? I've been Captain America, I've been Iron Man, I've been MODOK, I've been Juggernaut, I've been Dr. Octopus, I've been the Vulture, I've been Plastic Man, I've been the Penguin, I've been the Riddler, I'm Commissioner Gordon on the upcoming show DC Girls, that's kind of like Monster High except with DC superhero girls, yeah. And I'm aging into concerned dad characters now. Barbara, I don't know if I like you hanging out with those superheroes. I'm like concerned dad guy all of a sudden. But so that's pretty great, And then there's a Disney show called Miles from Tomorrowland where my character is married to Olivia Munn. That would never happen in real life. No casting director is going to go, Olivia Munn? Who? I think she'd be married to schlubby middle-aged 53-year-old dude. Okay. So it's fun. When you're freed of your appearance, it's really great. I mean, I know you said you did a lot of regional theater. Did you do children's theater too?
Yeah, I did a production of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. This is all about him, barely about me, but this will at least entertain you, I promise. Where it was a young woman playing Snow White, a young woman playing the Queen, and I played every male part in the show.
Oh,
I lost about 25 pounds.
Including the Prince Charming.
I was the prince. I was. We didn't have the license for the music, so I didn't get to sing.
Remember?
I'm wishing on
That's like the one word the Prince sings in that movie, right? Snow White from
Find me today.
Where the hell did that guy come from? What a weirdo!
I've got one more, and I'm turning over to you guys. Andrea Romano is a name that I brought up to you before we started.
Yes.
In case the name doesn't immediately ring a bell, director on so many DC animated movies, television series like Batman the Animated Series, Brave and the Bold, Beware the Batman, so many that I can't even name them all. Animaniacs, Tiny Toons, Teen Titans, the new Ninja Turtles series, loads of them. You've worked with this goddess among voice directors. What is it like working with a collaborator like Andrea? What kind of atmosphere does she like to create among you guys?
She also directed SpongeBob for a season or two. So she really has done everything. She's most known for her superhero stuff, but she also Tiny Toons and stuff like that are great comedy. She can do it all. But a director like her is the job I think that they do is. A lot of the creators of the shows often they're not all Seth MacFarlane. You know, like a lot of them are kind of like shy types that aren't real outgoing or.
You ask them, what do you want this character to sound like? They're like,
they're kind of quiet. You know, they spent their whole lives alone in their room drawing. You know, which I totally get. You know, and she's really great at being the horse whisperer that can get what they want and give it to the actor. Like, because if you ask the director, if the actor was talking directly to the director, or the director was talking directly to the actor, I think he'd be going, I don't know what he's asking for. You know what I mean? Like, she knows how to like cut to the chase, boil it down, and just go, this is what we're looking for. And then, as a voice actor, so much of the job skill is kind of reading the tea leaves. You know, you go in for an audition, they got the personality of the character in a drawing, and you go, okay, let me try and figure this guy out and be the puzzle piece that they're looking for, hopefully. And, so you get kind of good at that. But yeah, Andrea is she's hands down. She's the best. She's really the best.
We're going to turn it over to you guys. A couple provisos. No hugs, please. No requests for hugs. That sort of a thing. I don't get to hug him when I'm on stage with him, and I can't tell you how much I want to hug this guy right now. Questions begin with a.
If you're a beautiful lady dressed like Wonder Woman, we might make an exception.
We might make an exception. I'm just saying there might be allowance in there. But let's make these great questions for our
put
guests.
These on so I can see you. We spoke earlier.
My friend right here.
Yeah. Nice to see you again.